Washington football team taking on the LA Chargers.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So here come the Chargers with a long field ahead of them. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We've talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going long here for Wallace. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
James Conner.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper. 7 catches, 75 yards. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Chargers.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was his safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 14. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The pass.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
It's a gain of 10.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Chargers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Mack Wilson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And it's 3rd down.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
It don't even matter. Maybe it don't matter.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 26.
For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And the Chargers 1st down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for... And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Well, the defender likes it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
14.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't, who's going to score the most points in this game? Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
The pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 19. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can...
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too... with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 15. And his pass incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Price. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 6 yards away. And Washington has taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks...
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look... Well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
1st down, Chargers.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darius Leonard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back in. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got more.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And that is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how. And in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Mac Wilson on the tackle.
They'll run it again with Henry. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Henry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Made by Kevin Byard. A gain of 15. First down, Los Angeles.
They'll run with Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The quick slant caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will make it into the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. First down inside the 10. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And the Chargers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger. Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offense has spent a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Brian Burns, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Going right side here, and that's complete.
That's another.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And incomplete. He was covered by.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Chargers.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, it's another win for them. And you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs.